I'm going to hurt your brain using these 4 cards and 4 coins in an original routine I call the Ultimate Matrix.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Penn and Teller were fooled on Fool Us.
I want to say right up front, I hate you.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most impressive and entertaining magicians that managed to fool the legendary duo on the Magic Competition television show. As long as the act appeared on the reality series and successfully deceived Penn and Teller, they count for this video. Which of your favorite acts didn't make the cut? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Suzanne. Close-up magician Suzanne creates a simple and relatable premise for this trick.
Band-aids are magic.
She has host Jonathan Ross wear a band-aid on his hand, marking it with a J on the inside. While she offers up an explanation, she also lulls the audience into her lovely story about a mother helping a hurt child.
Jonathan, it has nothing to do with the Band-Aid.
No?
No, see, Mom loves you so much, she takes all the hurt and all the pain, and she holds it.
She then draws a heart on another Band-Aid and places it on her forehead. In a surprise reveal, Suzanne shows that the bandages have been switched.
Wow.
Okay, what do you have there?
I see that where there was a heart, there's now the initial J.
The performer's calm and clean delivery never reveals any noticeable tell or mistake. Teller doesn't glean anything from inspecting her props, prompting the duo to announce her successful con.
Let's hope fingers crossed.
You can have them.
Number 9. Chris Capehart. Claiming to have some kind of Jedi powers, Chris Capehart slowly reveals his ability to manipulate objects. He's able to illuminate a light bulb without the aid of a lampstand, or any direct connection to electricity. If that isn't exciting enough, Capehart shows the true extent to his trickery. Blowing up a balloon inside of another balloon, the magician then pops the inner one in a sudden and believable reveal. It would be fair to think that his last act is all the work of some kind of secret sharp object, but this performer completely fools the judges. He explains that there is no hidden pin or anything to pop the balloon, which puts the final stamp of approval down for his win.
Gonna take your shoes off?
No, because you're wrong.
Number 8. Ryan Hayashi. With his card and coin act, Ryan Hayashi brings out one of the more entertaining presentations in Fool Us history.
That's Japanese for time to get my freak on.
He takes basic props and moves them in such a stylish way that it makes it seem like he's really magic. Using just 4 cards and multiple coins, Hayashi assembles an original vanishing act that employs all of the storied techniques used by the best presenters.
In just a moment, these coins are going to magically appear and disappear, changing their positions around this square.
His own spin on a classic setup involves lightning-fast switches and sleight of hand. Not only is that impressive, but he also executes a version of the routine one-handed.
You can ask any magician around the world about performing an illusion this clean using just one hand, and they will tell you that it is physically impossible.
He especially proves himself as a formidable performer and a master showman by his final flourish. It's immediately clear that Penn and Teller are dazzled by the entire performance.
There will always be an Asian who takes it to the next level. Yeah!
Number 7. Leah Kyle. Not every act on Fool Us does card or vanishing tricks. Mastering the art of quick change, Leah Kyle offers up a presentation that runs through outfits in the blink of an eye. Her amazing showmanship carries her through switches that include one behind a curtain and others in plain sight. In one of the more impressive parts of the performance, she has a dress fly off a hanger and onto her body. Receiving massive praise from the judging partners, Kyle is touted as elevating her particular style of magic. She's even continued to find success beyond this program, earning raves for her quick changing on the likes of America's Got Talent.
This isn't a quick change act. This is a magic act. Because we know how all quick change is done, and we do not know how all your act is done.
Number 6. Stanley Joe. Stanley Joe might have only been 16 years old, but he's every bit as talented as many older magicians. Using 3 black cards and 3 red cards, the teenager presents a trick as a physics problem.
Now, this physics experiment requires 3 red cards and 3 black cards. You two will be our independent observers to validate the results.
He shuffles the multicolored cards together in an alternating fashion. With a dramatic reveal, Joe shows that the cards have moved into groups by their color.
And the black cards are going to pass through the red cards. I saw it. Did you see it? Penn? Teller?
I didn't.
He even has Teller do the work in a subsequent version and ends up with the same result. His commendable feat is just the beginning, because he orchestrates it for a 3rd time by fastening the props together.
Look, that's red, red, and bread.
At the end of the performance, Penn analyzes the props and still can't figure it out.
I feel like I cheated on the game, and then I looked at this prop, and
Yeah.
you fooled us.
Number 5. Paul Gertner. Veteran magician Paul Gertner has performed on Fool Us several times, with this being among his greatest appearances.
I mark them on the edge. Yeah. See, you can see on the edge of the deck, it's like a little pattern, like a barcode pattern.
He's able to shuffle marked decks in a way that shows a message on the side. Gertner uses this to play with the concept of card tricks in an engaging way.
Stop.
Okay. Look at the card. Remember the name of the card. Okay?
He doesn't just do one variation either, arranging them into an order that even shows the suit and number of a chosen card.
And if I rearrange almost every card in the pack, except for the top and bottom cards, I think I can hit it. And I did. There it is. Your king.
His clear skill at handling the deck makes each subsequent reveal all the more shocking, assembling them into one last arrangement that reads Penn and Teller's names.
Penn and Teller.
Despite their closer analysis of the contestant's prop, the concluding move stumps the titular team.
I think you'll see it come into focus. It says, Paul Gertner, you fooled us. Can you see that?
Number 4. Kostya Kimlat. For his special trick, Kostya Kimlat makes a bold move by inviting Penn and Teller on stage. This sets the mood for a spectacular card illusion with a huge buildup. After a copious amount of shuffling and mixing, the deck is ready for 2 selections from the judges.
Now, I don't know if you have a preferred way of shuffling the cards, but I'd like to give you about half the cards, and I'd like you to mix those up as much as you like. And you can mix them up too. Maybe you can help me do this. Can you wash them here on the table like this? Yeah.
Kimlat allows the team to examine him from close range and even partake in several moves along the way. It all comes down to one last maneuver that renders the 2 selected cards face down in the last reveal of the entire deck.
You can put the card back in. You remembered it. You showed it to the camera. You can put it back in any way you like, face up or face down. It's completely up to you. Yeah, slide it in there. Absolutely.
Penn jumps out of his seat in astonishment, foreshadowing the inevitable win for the magician.
Every card is now face up, except for 1. Except for 2, the only 2. And hopefully, lucky for me, they are yours. 2 cards.
Number 3. Maddie Gilbert.
It's an honor to be here. And my name is Maddie, and tonight I'm going to try to make your world a little bit more magical.
Born without hands, Maddie Gilbert's ability to manipulate objects puts this illusion in a unique category. His condition prompted him to design his own tricks, with this one being particularly difficult to maneuver. Using 6 cards, he separates 3 black and 3 red into different piles.
Because you do that over there, something happens over here. It's hard to believe. I don't do anything. But all the black cards should come together, and all the red cards should come together.
The performer has nowhere to hide the cards, but he mixes them up and then reveals them to be back in their colorized groups. His second attempt is even better, because he shows the cards face up as he alternates them.
There should be all the black cards together, all the black cards together, and over here, all of the red cards.
Without using a conventional approach to magic, Gilbert shocks Penn and Teller and ensures that they're unable to decipher his methods.
Then maybe this sentence will mean something to you. You fooled us.
Number 2. Richard Turner.
Well, howdy.
Richard Turner proves that you can create magic without sight. He may not have any sight, but that doesn't hinder any part of his presentation style, building out each part of his routine like a finely tuned story. He shuffles the cards into perfect numerical order before showing the judges his ability to deal like a true master. The flourishes and techniques that Turner utilizes are among the most precise movements of any magician. His final trick follows the plot of a poker game, but with a twist that proves the contestant has some serious skills in loading the deck. After having Penn and Teller shuffle the cards, he engineers a complex scenario that leaves the latter's poker hand as the winner. The technician leaves the pair speechless and clearly fools them.
That's how he finished his Fool Us routine. His partner in this demonstration was Teller, who gets 4 kings and beats every other hand at the table.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Shin Lim. Shin Lim became a star partly because of his appearances on shows like Fool Us. The magician provides a silent performance with volunteers, making signed cards reappear anywhere he wants. His ability to make anything vanish into thin air is only half of the fun. He also employs smoke in a way that few audiences have ever seen before, all while pulling cards from his mouth like it's nothing. By the time the hosts deliberate, they fail to find any fault in the presentation. Penn mentions that they couldn't even figure out Lim's methods for hiding the marker. His particular style separates his act from the traditional acts that pass through the Fool Us stage.
I felt it was perfect. And as Teller said, we didn't even know how you vanished the marker.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.